Today I will be making butterscotch swirl brownies. You will need chocolate chips, butterscotch chips, flour, baking powder, salt, butter, brown sugar, vanilla, eggs, and pecans. I'll start by preheating the oven to 350. You'll need a 9x13 pan. Wait, can you cut it? I need to rinse this out. And you'll want to coat the pan with butter or spray. You will need chocolate chips and butterscotch chips. And we're going to melt these in separate pots. This bad. You will melt them on very low heat so that they don't burn. And you'll want to mix them pretty often while they melt. And once they're done melting, just turn them off. And they're just gonna sit for a little bit while I make the batter. You can use a large bowl, 1 cup butter, softened at room temperature for a little while, 1 cup brown sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and you will beat this until they're creamy. Three eggs, beat after each one. I will now add the dry ingredients, a half teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm going to mix this first. And now add 2 cups flour. Mix after each cup. You will need 1 cup chopped pecans. I'm going to use a chopper, but you can also put the pecans in a baggie and use a rolling pin over them. And mix this into the batter. Now I'm going to add the batter, half of it to the butterscotch and half of it to the chocolate we melted earlier. And I'll now add the chocolate into the bowl. Now that they're both mixed, we'll take the pan and pop chocolate and butterscotch in, kind of switching back and forth between each other. I'm going to pat it down a little bit first so that the batter covers all of the pan. And to do that, I'm going to get my hands wet. I think I'm going to use a fork to make the swirl effect. And just run it all the way through the batter through the butterscotch and the chocolate. I guess like that. And then I'm just gonna pat it down one more time with my hands wet. Now I'll put it in the oven for 35 minutes, and that's it. The batter's pretty darn good. They're definitely done. Now it's time to try it. It's very soft. It turned out really well. Has more of almost a cakey texture. It's not like your fudgy brownie. This recipe is actually the first one so far that I did not make any recipe mistakes. I didn't burn anything, and I didn't mess it up, so that's good. Really hot.